More and more of us are doing things via video camera now, whether we're talking about going to trade shows and conventions, live streaming, or just video teleconferences. And what do you do if you want to just up your game when it comes to delivering quality video content? Well, a lot of times you'll switch to something like a DSLR, like what we have here. And this is my Canon T7i. I've had it about 8 or 9 years at this point, and it works great as a point-and-shoot camera. It's what we've used primarily for our videos here on the channel since 2019, but as a webcam, it kind of sucks. I mean, Canon has their own suite of software that you can use. It doesn't work the greatest. It looks pretty grainy, and I think it caps out at 720p. Well, the team over at AverMedia just sent us this here. This is their new CamStream 4K. And what it allows you to do is connect cameras and other devices such as this that have an HDMI output to your PC or other devices so you can stream, you can video chat, you can do more with it. So let's go ahead, let's take this out of the box and check it out. Before we get started, just want to thank AverMedia. They did send us this for review. They're not reviewing this content before we go live with it. They've just been good supporters of the channel over the last few years. Thank you very much to the team over there for helping us out. Let's get started. So taking a look at the box here, pretty simple and straightforward. This is the CamStream 4K Pro Camera, Pro Creation. Pro Creation. I get what they did there. And this is basically a plug-and-play device to work with your modern DSLR or mirrorless camera too. Taking a look in the box, here is the instruction manual where you can get your extended warranty, exclusive offers, and other things for creators. They've really been upping their game when it comes to streaming and working with those creating content. Taking a look at the CamStream 4K itself, you have the HDMI port there on this side. You have the 1/4 inch on that side, which should work with like a hot shoe or something like that. USB-C for power or to connect to your devices. Pretty simple and straightforward. It does have an LED on top to indicate power too. Now let's go ahead and let's take out the manual. Taking a look in the manual here, the one thing I did not see is the 1/4 inch cold shoe mount. Let's see if it's here in the box. There it is. That's why it pays to read the manual, boys and girls. We'll go ahead and install this on the bottom of the CamStream 4K and just threads in just like so. Now let's go ahead, let's grab our Canon T7i, let's get everything hooked up and let's see how this works. Here is my Canon T7i. It is an older model, but it does have the cold shoe up top, so we can go ahead and mount this here. Now, one of the things as well is it's an HDMI off of the CamStream 4K, but on my Canon, it's actually a mini HDMI cable. So I need to go ahead and use a very special cable with that. I kind of wish they would have included one with the kit, but I understand they can't accommodate everything. Some use regular HDMI, some use mini, some use micro. So it could be a bit of a pain. And then from here, we just need to go ahead and connect it from the USB-C port to our computer dock. But actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect it to my iPad. I'm going to see if I can use this with my iPad. So here we have it. I'm not getting any audio out of it, but the StreamCam 4K does work with my iPad. I am using the Genki Studio to go ahead and record. I'm sure that if I used a different type of software to go ahead and capture, I could probably use the built-in microphone or even mix in an external microphone via Bluetooth. But hey, my DSLR does work and I can record to my tablet, which means if I'm at an event, if I'm at a trade show, if I am at a convention, I can go ahead and stream or capture right off my camera and into my tablet. That's pretty awesome. So there you have my look at the AverMedia StreamCam 4K, and it's really neat the fact that I can go ahead and now capture with my full DSLR and stream through my tablet or my phone. It's kind of mind-blowing. Yes, phones are getting a lot better, but the fact that I can use something like this and maybe even set up an OBS or something along those lines to be able to get different camera angles or an A/B type scenario. Got to figure out audio, of course, first, but it is one of those things that is something for me from a mobility standpoint really helps open a lot of things up. What it does as well is it simplifies things too. Like I showed you my Canon T7i. It's been the camera we've used here on the channel primarily since 2019, I think it is. And I mean, you figure at this point, it's 7 years old. Not a bad camera, but it's showing its age. It doesn't have micro USB or USB-C output. It uses mini USB, which is kind of a pain to deal with. The fact that I can get good, clean HDMI out of it to be able to capture or stream or do other things, that's definitely a benefit, especially if I want to use it as a webcam. Lately I've been using, like, this is my Samsung Galaxy S25, and one of the cool things is Cinco sent us this guy here. This is a little monitor, so I can have my phone giving me the good cameras on this side, and I can still see what I'm doing on that side without having to use like a selfie cam. I've used my Rockware RC20 for a number of years too. Those are all great, but this is just another tool that I can have in the box so that I can use either their capture software that they have available for PC and Macs, or I can use their plugins on OBS, or just use straight OBS as well. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below where you can go ahead and do so. Again, thanks to AverMedia for sending us one of these to check out. They're not looking at this footage ahead of time. All these thoughts are my own. Now, if you do want to check out some of the other AverMedia gear that we've tested out here on the channel, I will have them linked right here in the upper part of the screen. Check it out. I'm sure you're going to find something here you're going to like.